Hi, this is Michelle, and I am the scribe for Collective Consciousness. I wanted to film a video today about focus, uh, why having good focus is, well, it's really helpful in being able to achieve anything that you want to achieve in your life. I've received many messages from my guides, Collective Consciousness, about their desire for me to improve my focus. I had started noticing that I was being really scattered. I went through a very difficult, the latter part of 2020 was difficult for me. And in many ways, I had a lot of really great experiences during that time too, but it was also extremely challenging for me. And really that wasn't specifically related to COVID. It was related to other things. But I noticed that I was having trouble focusing. Whatever it is that I was focusing on, it might have just been work. I was noticing that I was really distracted and feeling that my attention could get pulled from in any different way, uh, just by anything. It could have been my dogs, and suddenly I was losing track of what I was doing, or it could have been, anything. Social media that was calling me to go engage with it. And I was feeling like, in some ways, it was like bleeding me, like all of these different things that caused me to lose my focus were sort of bleeding my life source away because I didn't have the concentration ability that I wanted to have to be able to accomplish whatever I had set my mind on accomplishing at that moment. So, over a period of maybe even a year, I was getting encouraged to back off of the social media. Specifically, if I didn't want to cut off social media or whichever aspect of social media I had been engaging on, I would specifically look for things that brought me joy, for example, and to be careful to cut away any of the elements that was just providing that endorphin kick that so many people are finding out in today's day and age that social media can cause. Like, what's the reason why you're there, or what's the reason why you're in front of the television? Are you getting some sort of endorphin hit, or do you actually genuinely have desire and interest to experience what you're putting yourself in front of right at that moment? Anything. It doesn't have to be just television, right? So I was noticing that over time, my interests were definitely changing, and I was starting to cut away a lot of the things that were getting my attention. And it was like it was an exercise that I had to continue to put effort with, but over the process of definitely less than a year, when I really put my mind to it, I was able to shave away or cut away so many different ways that, like I just already mentioned, that my attention was being bled out in some ways. Of course, I was giving that full permission. So it's like I was engaging, I was choosing to engage in activities that caused me to be distracted, where I didn't have my full potency of concentration available to me. And another thing that I do specifically, deliberately, to improve my focus is to bring my focus back to the moment. Like, am I thinking about something that's going to take place in the future? Am I imagining something? Am I thinking about something that might have taken place in the past and I might not even know if it really did or not? Am I thinking about um, am I thinking about other things that I can't even necessarily validate? Do I know if it's true or not? There's a lot of this going on, especially with people talking in their agendas. Now, I'm not saying there's anything wrong with it, but all I'm saying is that we spend a lot of our mental focus or intention time, our intentional, our time where we could be using that intention to focus on things that we care about, instead of just in this sort of receptive mode of just receiving information, consuming information, filling up our brain with stuff that doesn't fill us. It really doesn't fill our souls. So, what I like to do is spend a few moments writing. It might just be journaling. That's a great exercise. Um, Journaling about what you experienced in your day, writing about, it could be that you want to spend 5 minutes writing about something that you're appreciative for. That's something that I very much enjoy doing, especially when I have like a situation with a person and I feel upset. I'll spend a few minutes doing like an exercise of appreciation if I want to kind of overcome that situation or overcome my the fact that my vibe has gone down. So after I spend 5 or 6 minutes doing an exercise of writing out what I'm appreciative for, I always end up feeling better. And if I haven't felt better yet, go turn the radio on and put some nice music. But that exercise, or I should say those exercises of writing, really put you in the moment. And allow yourself to get creative and to just flow with whatever it is that's on your mind, because the more you're actually enjoying this moment, really enjoying and savoring this moment, the less distractions you're going to have. The less, well, you'll still have whatever distractions present themselves in front of you, but you'll be less pulled by them. It's like it loses their magnetic quality because over time you've desensitized yourself to just being loose and to go wherever it is that these attention is pulling you. Instead, you kind of close up and you make it that you're less receptive to all of that busyness. And anyways, that's what I do. I kind of like to think of it as like a satellite, and that's the example. It's like you have this big satellite dish that you're picking up on everything, or do you want to kind of close it down, the receptivity, and make it a lot more just shut? And that's what I like to do when I like to hone in my focus so that I'm actually spending my minutes, hours, days, weeks, months doing the things that bring me joy, instead of living my life out where I'm basically like a zombie on autopilot and with nothing hardly even catching my attention that I care about. Hopefully those tips helped for you, and have a great day.